Good day, and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan video. In this video, we are going to be taking a look at the performance of the Kahseral Pride Troopers unit in DBZ Dokkan after their recent EZA, I guess. But yeah, basically we're going to take a look at the performance of Kahseral after the EZA, and we're going to see just how good they can be. Now, they are a Universe 11 lead, but this isn't something too important. They raise defense on their super attack. This is something pretty pivotal. They have attack and defense of 110% and an additional attack and defense of 110%, and launches an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super attack when there is another Universe 11 category ally in the turn. They will also fire off another guaranteed super attack if the entire rotation is Universe 11. They provide support to all Universe 11 category allies, and they will gain additional attack depending on how many superclass allies are on the team. In terms of links, Cold Judgment, Brainiacs, Shattering the Limit, Torrent Power, and of course the kind of usual suspects when it comes to like TOP Universal Survival Saga units. Overall, he's got a pretty decent link set, I would say, but nothing too crazy. A little bit diverse, but spread enough and versatile enough that he can work. In terms of categories, Universe 11 is obviously his go-to one. Universal Survival Saga is probably his second best, and then you have, like Defenders of Justice, which can kind of work. In terms of performance, you can see here, he starts off pretty strong. I would say he looks like he's in a pretty good situation. This is after a couple stacks. This is obviously with a little bit of stacks. I think this is 2 stacks, and this is with quite a bit of support. There's a lot of support coming from Margarita, about 40% I believe. There's also 40% support coming from the Topo, so definitely a decent chunk of support, but still pretty good looking stats by old Kahseral. I think the big thing is if you can line him up with Universe 11 units, then all of a sudden he can fire like 3 super attacks, and that's kind of a big deal. You can see here 4 million attack stat, pretty good stuff. Here we can see him without being built up at all, a bit more reasonable support on this rotation. Starting out defense 134k, pretty decent stuff, nothing too wild or crazy. So yeah, pretty solid in terms of like his numbers. You can see here, I think we'll get the 2 attacks here because we do have a full Universe 11 rotation, so we should get a minimum 2 attacks. In terms of build, you should definitely probably build him crit. When I first built him, he didn't have any built-in additionals, so the idea was to give him additionals to allow him to stack a bit faster. But now with so many built-in additionals, you can probably just build him full crit, because once Universe 11 gets up to speed, he'll then be doing 3 supers a turn, all with a high crit chance, all with some pretty decent stacking, etc. So yeah, I would say, from me personally speaking, you don't need to do anything too crazy. I think he's pretty solid as a unit, and he just generally does a pretty good job. Definitely crit builds probably preferred. Other than that, I think that's nothing too much. Getting a look at him, obviously a couple stacks, and just kind of getting an idea of him stacking in a bit of a longer event here. In the Goku event, you can see he stacks pretty quickly. It's not like we're at turn 18 or something, so he has pretty decent defense quite a long way throughout the event, which is really quite solid. And you can see that attack stat really taking off here. We've got all his links, we've got a lot of support on the rotation, and yeah, you can see that guaranteed additional there kicking in, which is awesome. And yeah, there's an opportunity for him to fire 4 super attacks a turn. But yeah, generally just pretty good performance. Really nice stacking. A lot of people like that. Good support for Universe 11. It's just a shame that the Universe 11 category is not necessarily at like top level performance. So that's the only real downside. The Universe 11 category is just not really at the top of its game right now, which is only it's like a little bit of a shame, because obviously the idea, is that with a really good Universe 11 team, this guy could be a super duper awesome support floater second slot unit. So yeah, Universe 11 needs a little bit of love. Link wise, he's got some decent links there, some really strong ones, but getting them all together is a little bit difficult. And you've got Brainiacs, Cold Judgment, these are great links, they link level well. You've then got Shattering the Limit, which is a good free-to-play key link, and then you also have Tournament of Power, which is a very solid key link as well. Beyond that, nothing too crazy. Supreme Warrior is okay in terms of like link up and everything like that. But yeah, Hero of Justice as well helps him on a Defenders of Justice team, and then he's got Signature Pose, which also assists him as well. So he's got decent linkage, I would say, from a link leveling perspective and a link performance perspective. He's got enough to really kind of function and function well, but I wouldn't say he's not got like a crazy link set. He does gain from link leveling, whether you want to link level a free to play unit. Even one as good as Kahseral is another question. I think overall he's in a pretty solid space, and he's a good unit. So yeah, if you do want to invest in him, you probably can. But yeah, I think that kind of like covers everything you really need to know. He links up pretty well with most Universal Survival Saga units. You'll find one that's got Cold Judgment, you'll find one that's got Brainiacs, you'll find plenty enough options. He then also has a couple options on some of his other teams, but generally speaking, stick to keeping him on a USS or a TOP, Universe 11 type of style team. I think that's where he does best. Defenders of Justice is also okay if you have a couple Universe 11 hitters that you can kind of throw in on the team, maybe like an Int Topo or something. But yeah, that's basically it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and yeah, if you got any queries or questions, you can let me know. His best linking partner probably for me is Int Topo. I think that's just his best partner overall. They make a very good pairing with Topo able to guard in the first slot, and him being able to obviously help Topo defensively with support as well. So I think that makes a really good pairing, but to each their own. But yeah, that's going to be it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, of course, you can leave a like. Otherwise, yeah, I'll see you guys pretty much in the next one. So until then, take care, stay safe, and as always, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.